Hi, Brittney's Bachelorette party. I guess I got some questions to answer. What's up first? Well, we first met at the Golden Gate, the sports bar by Union Square in San Francisco, and she was seeing someone else, and I was hanging out with him, and I just remember they were talking about her, and they made her sound, let's just say, different than she actually is. And then I met her briefly, and I left, and we met a couple times since then. My first impression, I didn't really have one. She's wild and crazy, and I guess that was my first impression. First official date. I think we could argue this one. We went out to dinner, or no, it wasn't even dinner. We went out to drinks one night, but it was pretty quickly after we started seeing each other that I asked her to hang out with me on Valentine's Day. And she cooked dinner for me in her apartment, and then we went out dancing. I guess I'd probably call that our first official date. Yeah, that's about right. Our first kiss was probably, and we neither of us probably remember this, but it was probably at the bar in Nightcap across the street from my apartment in the Tenderloin. I have no idea who said it. I assume I said I love you first. She would probably remember better than I would, but I probably said it in a fit of drunken passion. That's my guess. Oh, my favorite thing about Brittney. Oh my God, that's a hard one. Um, just how much she cares about things. Like, she cares so much about her friends and her friends' problems, and she she cares about what's going on in the world, basically because she cares about the people, and she wants to take away everyone's pain. And just how, I don't think people realize how much she truly cares, and how much negative things in other people's lives affects her. She is the true personification of empathy, and I think it's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. She would say her favorite thing about me. Shoot, I don't know. It's probably how laid back and calm I am, because I think that I think my calmness affects her, and I think I can calm her down when she's not as calm. That being said, it's probably also something that she can dislike about me sometimes, because she probably has no idea how I can stay calm in certain situations. But I think my calming influence is probably the thing that she likes most about me. The craziest, weirdest place we've had sex. I don't think we've had a crazy or weird sexual encounter other than the shower at the Kenwood Inn and Suites. You know what I'm talking about, Brittney. But no, a funny story. When we first started hanging out, we went out one night. I don't remember the exact details, but she ended up getting really drunk, and she tried to seduce me in an alley in the Tenderloin, and I and I remember just being completely surprised by the whole encounter, and needless to say, I refused it. But other than that, we don't really have any crazy stories, I don't think. what do I do that annoys her? Probably procrastination. If she sees something, she starts it immediately, and I like to ponder things and think about them. Take wedding planning, for instance. You know, she got like everything finished the first month, even though we had 13 months of planning. And meanwhile, I've just sort of been like, oh, it'll work itself out and we'll do that later. So I would think that probably drives her crazy, is how I procrastinate. It's probably the exact same answer. What she does that annoys me is like gets all worked up about something and has to get it done immediately. And take, for example, we just moved into this new place and she has to fill every inch of the room immediately and move stuff around, and I get it. It like drives her nuts if things aren't complete and settled. Whereas I live in chaos a little bit more. But I would say her tendency to sort of want to get everything done immediately can sort of drive me a little crazy sometimes. Who's the better dancer? This is the easiest question asked so far. It's me. It's by far me. If you know, she's at sea level and I'm at Everest in our dancing abilities. Like, you know, take for example Backpack Boy. Her rendition of Backpack Boy is just like she can't do it. She has like this mental gap. That being said, when she gets drunk, she can groove pretty good, but she is not the smoothest on the dance floor. I think, how many kids do we want to have? I think we both want 2. I don't know. If we have one, we're just going to go for 2 so they can hang out with each other. I can't imagine going for 3. I don't think either of us want that. Of course, we'll see when and if it happens, but 2 kids, an older boy, a younger girl. That works.
Any last words you'd like to say?
Have fun at the Bachelorette party. Go crazy. Love you, Brittney.